Party People, willkommen zurück zum nächsten Fall in der Bandermittlung.
House fire, bad one. At least 4 Vicks. Get out there and find out what you can. The address is 650 North Hobart.
That bum took a swipe at me, I put him down with my sap.
You trying to sit me down?
Let's go.
Did you see his lovely wife and children in the paper? What a rat.
Fick dich. Entschuldigung.
Need a drink.
Entschuldigung.
I got the jitters again.
I just don't know
Ich musste
how to
kurz
dance
meinen
the
Charakter
bebop.
verteidigen. Auch wenn es ein bisschen stimmt, was sie sagt. Trotzdem. Gib Gummi.
You hear about Rancho Escondido?
Are we having a conversation, Biggs?
Okay, fuck it. Forget
I'm teasing you, Herschel. Tell me about it.
The new housing development's a couple of weeks from completion. Burned to the ground last night. GIs are ready to move in this weekend. Developer's gonna have some very angry customers.
Any unit in the vicinity is
Shit
citizen
about
report
Chad.
support 59
There are some
now
guessing
at
trying
38
to know
North
that
Catalina,
son
unit
of a
at house
bitch.
code 2.
He's still in custody, Herschel.
Wanna bet? Fella kicked him loose already. Can't hold him for misdemeanor cigarettes and matches.
Leute, ich habe mir so gedacht,
Any unit in the vicinity is citizen
ich spiele
report
jetzt mal
support
so die
59
Missionen,
now
ne?
at 38 North
Das Problem
Catalina,
ist,
unit at
je mehr ich
house
Schaden
code
habe, ja, desto schlechter werde ich
R11K
bewertet.
responding.
Mir ist die Bewertung nicht so extrem wichtig, aber
59 now at 38 North Catalina Street, code 2.
ja. Irgendwie dann doch schon, ne?
Cops! Shit!
Stop! LAPD!
Also ich werde mir die Autos schon noch wahrscheinlich davor holen, bevor ich ganz fertig bin im Game, aber ja, ich muss aufpassen beim Fahren, damit ich nicht so viel Schaden habe immer.
Stay on his ass, Cole. Don't lose him. Get in close and steer him off the tar. I'll try to shoot out his tires. Wish me luck.
Macht das schon, da wird's. Ja,
Smash the son of a bitch's rear wheels. Phelps, you gotta get me closer. Lay into his wheel well, come on.
But I'm scared to go to prison, mister. They'll take one look at me.
Selbst einfach nur umdrehen, Gusch. Mit dir. Sieben Straßendelikte noch, geil. Warum hupt er, wenn ich hier stehe? Ich weiß nicht. Wenn man noch einmal hupt, ich schwör's so. I'm so drüber. Are you kidding me? Hast du das gerade ernsthaft gemacht? Was?
Out of the car. Police.
I find one goddamn ding.
Ja, let's go, ne? Er fahrt uns nieder, wir nehmen unser Auto. Easy. Und der Wagen voll Kohle und hat man leider schon. Let's go! Ich hab keinen Hut mehr. Das für ein Blödsinn.
You guys better see this. I hope you have strong stomachs.
Do you have a name?
Morelli, Mike. We recovered a picture of the family.
Okay. Anything else?
To be honest, I just got here, Phelps. Best you talk to Lynch. He's the expert.
Doesn't make any sense. Why aren't they scattered around like the rest of the debris?
I think they've been moved.
Ooh.
I think someone moved them after the explosion and before the fire.
Can you explain that, please?
I'm almost positive the cause of death is asphyxiation due to gas inhalation. Look at the parts of their bodies that aren't scorched. The coloring around the fingertips is typical.
They wouldn't have felt a thing.
I think the fire damage is post-mortem. I think someone moved them into this room after the explosion.
It still doesn't make any sense. Why would you run into a burning building?
Das ist so krank.
What are they doing?
The prayer effect is from the fire. The muscles and tendons contract.
You ever think about how many people have died in this world? And how big heaven would have to be to accommodate them bigs?
No, I have not. Show some respect.
Ja, wieso? Das war nicht böse.
It's our boy. I think he watches the fires. I think the Sawyer fire went wrong.
So what about the guy we have in jail, Phelps?
We got the wrong guy.
That doesn't explain why he ran into a burning building. What would make anyone do that?
Guilt.
For the fires?
For his mistake. This guy wants to burn houses, not families. He expects the houses to be empty. He was trying to redeem himself. He probably thought they'd be happier together.
You are one very disturbed individual, Phelps. I know you had it rough lately, but you should start to compartmentalize your thoughts.
You could be right. Can you come up with an alternative
I'm
explanation?
sure it's the same guy.
Are you telling me that some son of a bitch murdered these people, the whole family, and arranged them here like Cupid dolls?
It might fit, Cole, but I don't think we could ever prove it. There's very little evidence.
Evidence?
Albert, check out the hot water system. Make sure we're dealing with the same MO.
Sure, Phelps. I'll get back to you.
Leave the rest to us, Cole. You better find out what's eating pigs.
Ey Leute, das ist wirklich heftig, ne? Fuck.
don't think this is any use to us.
That life.
So something finally got to you.
You want my help, pretty boy? You got it. You keep riding me and you won't be pretty much longer.
We can get this guy, Herschel.
You think you've seen everything, Phelps? I was with the 2nd Marines at Bella Wood. The things that went on in that farmhouse. My own guys on fire, screaming for a way out. You're not gonna get this guy. There's gonna be no photos and no citations. We're gonna kill this miserable fuck. End of story. You getting this?
You remember the list from the travel agent?
Sure.
The Morellis were winners too. Their name was on that list.
Christ. We should take a look around, work the neighbors, see what they know. I'll go across the street.
Okay, I'll try this side.
I haven't done this for years.
I swear.
You don't look like a fireman, son.
Ja, ich geh gleich fahren. Erst habe ich vorhin schon was entdeckt. Leute! Neue Zeitung. Ich habe da draußen noch ein Beweisstück gefunden. Das ist der Typ, der was den Doktor angerufen hat, wo er dann gesagt hat, die haben gesagt, dass da keiner im Haus ist. Wie soll ich das je vergessen? Das ist der Typ.
How did you get my number, Ira? At first I didn't understand you, but now I do. I'd like you to come back to the clinic. I'm helping other people now, Doctor.
I think you are confused. You haven't been to the clinic for weeks.
I'm not confused anymore, Doctor. I'm helping people be together.
This world is only temporary. We'll all be happier in heaven.
Why don't you tell me where you are and I can come to you? I think the fires should end now. They have served their purpose. Oh, the fires are only beginning, Doctor.
Das ist ein anderer Kindermann.
After the fires, everything will be beautiful and clean.
Everything will be erased. The world will be fresh and new.
I can see my purpose now, Doctor. And you helped me to find it.
Drei Stück noch. Ah, das wäre so Insta-Hit-Kacke. Actually, original to Wendley.
Looks like the same model.
Er geht wirklich so von Tür zu Tür, ist so gut gemacht. Er macht das wirklich, der Bot. Gefällt mir.
Hey, I think I see a body.
How bad is it? Come on, you can tell me.
Wait, what?
Someone was keeping watch. Looks like they were here for quite a while. Brand looks distinctive. Whoever he was wearing boondockers. I would know that imprint anywhere.
Let's go.
LAPD. Can you tell me anything about the fire next door?
Terrible luck. Imagine after having won that weekend away.
What's your name, sir?
Foreman. Dudley Foreman.
Did you see or hear anything that might have...
Look, we were asleep when we heard the explosion.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't like Morelli, did you?
Some neighbors you get along with, some you don't. Guess they should have sold up.
What do you mean?
They're knocking down all these old houses and building a new subdivision for GIs. Morelli was being difficult.
Did you see anyone hanging around the Morelli's home prior to the explosion?
Nope. Can't say as I was looking out, though.
You sure, Mr. Foreman? There are signs of someone hanging around over there by the fence.
Hey, now that you come to think of it, there was a guy. Kind of tall. Skinny, though.
Anything else?
Orange lumber jacket, a beat-up hat, and no hair. I thought he was the pest exterminator guy who was working around here the last few days. But that guy had hair.
You said someone is knocking these houses down?
Elysian Fields. You must know them. They're billboards. That Monroe character beaming down at you. We've had an offer for the house.
Did the Morellis want to sell?
I don't know.
Whatever you thought of Morelli, his whole family is dead. They couldn't have all deserved that. I want you to help me here, Foreman.
Morelli was pig-headed. He built the house himself. He didn't want to sell. Stubborn fool was ruining it for all of us.
You said the Morellis had won a weekend away to Catalina Island?
Yeah, that's right. First thing I thought after the explosion was, thank goodness they was away. But then I find out they were still in there.
Who was running the competition?
What? I don't know.
You didn't enter yourself?
I'd already agreed to sell. The competition was an incentive for those who were still thinking about it.
Thanks for your time, Mr. Foreman.
Sure. Hey, if you're interested, I have one of those competition flyers in the kitchen. I could get it for you if you like.
That would be great.
Any luck, Cole?
A couple of things. What did you pick up?
Folded piece of paper. Looks complicated.
Japanese call it origami. Can I take a look?
Sure.
Paper crane. There's a legend about them. You fold 1,000 of these and you get a wish.
Hey, don't break it.
I'm not. I'm unfolding it. It looks like a waybill or a flyer.
For what?
Ja, also, ne? Also für. Nee, Werbung für das Bauen und das Abreißen. Der Monroe ist schwierig. Ich glaube, den werden wir gleich einen Buch abstatten.
For Elysian Fields Developments.
Oh, I see you already have one.
Reichert.
When did the flyer arrive in your mailbox?
They've been arriving for weeks. This one was in the mailbox when I got home from work yesterday afternoon.
Thank you, bro. Ciao.
I heard this is a triple homicide. Is that true?
Hey, I think I see a body.
I need an address for a property developer. Elysian Fields Developments.
One moment, Detective. The address is 748 North Oxford Avenue, Wilshire. Anything else?
Messages, please.
You have a message. Contact Captain McKelty immediately.
Thanks. Can you put me through, operator?
Of course. Here you are.
Commander?
Leads on the Morelli fire.
We're about to go and visit Elysian Fields Developments.
You're about to do what? Leland Monroe? He's a personal friend of the mayor and the chief. Are you out of your mind? I'm warning you, Phelps.
Commander, we have a line of inquiry.
You have something, you bring it to me. You're hanging by a thread, Phelps. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Good. Have a report on my desk today.
Never get into fights with ugly people. They have nothing to
Yeah.
do.
Kelty has warned us off over Elysischen.
Makes sense. It's a dead end. We should check out Rancho Escondido.
You know the place?
Sure. Corner of Fountain and Wilton. Let's go.
Gehen wir zuerst dahin. Gut, schauen, haben wir... Jetzt habe ich schon erledigt, ne? Der Straßendelikt, ja.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's go out to Jack Benny's home in Beverly Hills, where we find Rochester tidying up Jack's death. I hope you get the death penalty.
Hat er gerade gesagt, I hope you get the death penalty? What the fuck? Me.
No commercial. What do you want, Rochester? Quiet, Polly. What is it, Rochester?
I found this letter from your doctor. It says the results of your examination show the following. Your blood pressure is normal, your heart is perfect.
Hatte ich den schon? Gleich testen.
LAPD, police emergency.
So I paid the city all these goddamn taxes, and you need to take my car?
Schade. Dann habe ich schon alle Cabrios? Okay. Oh mein Gott.
Rochester, let me see that report. You see? There, it was sent to the wrong address. Rochester, stop holding my hand. I'm all right.
Rancho Escondido.
You know, there are times when you really miss a nightstick. There's more religion in the end of a nightstick than in 100 cathedrals.
I'm not gonna tell you again, sir.
Don't tell me when and how I can come and go on my own property.
It is not
This is
safe,
America,
sir.
dickhead.
Now step back, or I'll lock you up for a
Smart
fray.
mouth son of a bitch.
Okay already.
Stand down. That's an order.
We have to pacify these poor saps.
Oh. Was will der alte Sack? Auf voll drauf.
Don't worry. I'll lay you out quick.
Oh.
Good thing you showed up when you did, detectives. Those folks were baying for blood.
Okay, then. Let's see if there's anything left to take a look at.
Ich hab meinen Hut wieder. Hm. Aha.
Mortar is like dust. Is that normal in a fire?
You'd expect some shrinkage in the heat, but it looks like the cement barely adhered to the brick. Doesn't appear to be any wall ties either. This thing looks like it was built on the cheap.
Oh wow. Imagine. Frechheit.
If we're paying a visit to Elysischen and ruining my career, let's bite the bullet and get on with it.
Was machen wir? Capri. Muss doch dein Hut aufheben. Oder dein Käppchen.
Clear. Your blood count average is in perfect condition. The doctor must have sent you this by mistake.
Die geile Mucke. Also klar, dass das die Korrupten sind. Der Oberchief, Bürgermeister und dieser Gebäude, das ist so klar, ist immer so. Dann ist im Real Life auch so, das ist das Traurige. Sagen wir, ja, wir sind eigentlich für die Menschen da, aber eigentlich ist das Gegenteil. Eigentlich so traurig. An die Spitze können eigentlich mal Leute, die was sympathisch sind und wirklich was drauf haben menschlich. Nicht solche Leute, die wir haben alle. Nicht so zumindest. Hier gibt es keinen Krieg mehr, keine Probleme mehr. Zumindest nicht so wie jetzt. Dann schauen wir mal in die hinten ran.
Detectives Phelps and Biggs, LAPD, to see Leland Monroe.
Do you have an appointment?
We're the police, lady. We don't need an appointment.
Can I tell him what it's about?
It's an official investigation.
There are 2 police officers here to see Mr. Monroe.
Send them through.
Grown men.
And that's our cue. Thanks, ma'am.
May I help you, gentlemen?
We would like to speak to Mr. Monroe.
I'm afraid it's impossible. Mr. Monroe's schedule is booked weeks in advance.
Cut to the chase, sister. Is he in?
I'm not at liberty to reveal that, officer.
So he hired you for your intelligence?
I find that offensive.
You have every right to.
This is getting us nowhere, miss.
Casino.
Would you like us to return with a warrant?
That won't be necessary, gentlemen. Come into my office.
War ein heftiges Gebäude.
You like a cigar? Drink, boys.
Sure, I'll have a scotch.
Biggs. We're investigating a series of domestic fires, Mr. Monroe.
It's terrible, boys. How can I help?
Elysian Fields and Suburban Redevelopment Fund flyers keep turning up in the vicinity of the fires.
They're turning up all over town, boys. Can you imagine the current demand for housing?
So that's your explanation, Mr. Monroe? Coincidence?
Explanation? Why, what's to explain? I advertise on radio and billboards for buyers, and I advertise for sellers using waybills.
We found a family burnt out in their home. Another house burned to the ground. Another Elysian Fields flyer. Our information is that they didn't want to sell.
Are you saying that's something to do with me? Is that your point?
Point is, every time we find a family barbecued, we find one of your flyers. Is that good advertising?
What do you know about a competition for families to win free vacations to Catalina Island?
My company runs many promotions. I'm not familiar with that one.
Mm-hmm.
Level with me, Mr. Monroe. You know all about the vacation offers.
You can believe whatever you like, son. You're missing the vital ingredient called proof.
Your face is all over the flyers, Mr. Monroe. You know about the prizes, and you're aware that they get given to holdouts.
My face is the brand. It's on all our advertising. Did you know that the mayor and the chief of police are part of the Suburban Redevelopment Fund? Do you want to accuse them of murder as well?
Profitgeier. Erfolg. Geil.
You've made offers to buy houses in areas where fires have been recorded.
Are you suggesting that I'm burning people out of their homes so that I can sell them new ones?
What happens to your plans if a family like the Morellis refuses to sell?
We work around them. Business finds a way. That's the American way.
Come on, Mr. Monroe. You expect me to believe that you would build a new development with one of those old piles smack bang in the center of it?
Progress is an inexorable process, Detective. Those who choose to stand in defiance are usually confined to the wastebasket of history. To answer your question, yes, we would build around them if we had to. Most people see sense.
What's Elysian Field's involvement in Rancho Escondido?
One of our latest housing developments. It was due to open on the weekend, or was before the unfortunate conflagration.
It met with building code regulations.
Absolutely. Only the best for our returning heroes.
You're lying, Monroe. There's something out of kilter about that development.
Son, I've had enough of you and your fidgety friend. There's no way in hell you can prove that my materials were inferior.
Oh ja.
I'm no expert, but I think we'll find that the bricks being used on those houses are undersized and the mortar is faulty.
And there's no wall ties connecting the masonry to the frame.
Every building is built to a budget, boys. Those buildings were inspected and fully insured by California Fire and Life. Investment of that magnitude demands it. Do you think that they'd vouch for the buildings without examining them? The arsonists, do you have any suspects?
We aren't at liberty to say.
I didn't think so. The contractors I use for waybills, do you suppose it could be any of them? I have a list of their names if it'd be of any help.
That would be very helpful, Mr. Monroe.
Glad to hear it. I'm always happy to help the LAPD. My secretary will provide you with that list. Did you know that I'm on the board of the police pension fund?
Arschloch.
Glad to be of help, officers.
What's the story? Any of these names ring a bell?
Der Typ ist doch dieser... Ja, der was die gern Beine schaut, ne?
Herbert Chapman is on this list.
Find the phone. We need to know where we're at with Chapman.
Oh, just you wait.
I think his name is...
Your boss is a fine
The guy
man.
in that case where that poor lady killed near City Hall.
Grown men.
I'm gonna get
Playing a
good and
big
tight
boy.
come Friday.
This guy must have escaped from the loony bin.
Er geht einfach her, oh mein Gott, wie geil
Operator,
ist
give
das?
me dispatch.
Einfach neben mir. Kann immer.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Can you check whether we are still holding a Herbert Chapman?
Let me find out for you. He was released this morning, Detective. I'm sorry, Detective.
It's not your fault. Can you give me a last known address and put out an APB on the guy?
I'll get back to you, Detective. APB will go out over KGPL shortly.
Thanks, ma'am.
Sehr cool. So, mit dem werden wir jetzt hier einen Cut machen.
I love the chase till the minute I win it. A beautiful face till there's love for me in it. Give me your heart and baby I'll bill it. 'Cause I
Er braucht gar nicht zu mir kommen, der Scheiße.
the things I love. Some
Buy me a drink, Cole?
for the
No.
sake of a
Not even for old time's sake?
Not even for that.
You're not gonna ask me why I'm here?
I wouldn't give you the pleasure. You'll get around to it.
sacrifice is something quite other.
She's in fine voice this evening. I wonder how the commander would feel
Save
about...
the threats for someone who cares about them, Roy.
You're breaking my heart, Cole. You know how I feel about you.
Will turn to
Stay away from Elysischen fields.
I should have known that you were playing errand boy.
You and your doofus partner. You have been warned.
Thanks for your cooperation, officer.
I love you.
Stay away. You have no idea the type of people that are involved in that company.
I have a pretty good idea, Roy. The same kind of people that sent you here.
Your investigation is finished. Homicide will be taking over from here. I've heard we've had a spate of grass fires in the hills that you and that hunchback might be able to handle. Thanks for the drink, Cole.
You get the message about Monroe?
Yeah. Earl delivered it. You?
McKelty. He started making noises about my pension.
Sorry about that, Herschel. I didn't mean to drag you into this.
Save it, Phelps. Monroe's an asswipe. And so was Earl. And so was McKelty when it's all said and done.
KGPL calling car 11K, 11K.
So Leute, wir machen jetzt aber dann mal, warte, machen wir das noch.
11K, go ahead.
11K, the last known address of suspect Herbert Chapman is 650 North Kingsley Drive in Wilshire.
Roger that, KGPL. 11K en route.
Let's go pick him up.
You fought at Sugarloaf, didn't you?
So Leute, ich mache jetzt den Cut. Im nächsten Mal geht's gleich da weiter. Danke fürs Zuschauen und bis zum nächsten Mal.